Welcome to Cackling in the Void.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Kaylee.
Let's see if the void echoes back today.
We're two best friends diving deeper into the void with Iron Flames chapter 40 and 41. Sorry, that is 41 and 42. I said that so confidently. It is 41 and 42. That's the...
was choking right before this, so I might struggle for the first, 10 minutes. I apologize.
Those are the chapters that we're hopping into. As we all know, where we left off is Violet is now arriving in... I forgot the land's name.
I almost said Tyrandor, but I was wrong.
No, it's...
Viscount Takaris.
No.
Samara? Nope.
I was like,
God damn it, we looked this up last time.
If you call it Takaris' Isle, Takarland, I was like, that is crazy.
Takarland?
No, you are wrong. It is not called Takaris Land.
Okay, wait.
We're at Viscount Takaris' estate, his castle.
Dreyfus?
I don't think so. No.
Poromil?
Yes, that sounds much better.
It does, doesn't it?
That sounds much better. I don't know why. But so, they land and Xaden comes out of the woodwork and is here.
And he's like, how dare you? And that's where our chapter picks up.
Yep, how dare you. I love the opening line, "You're not where I left you, Violence." I have noticed that within the last couple of chapters he has been just referring to her as Violence lately.
And we haven't seen that much in this book. I know that was her
no,
nickname
we have
for
not.
a while, but it's not really her nickname anymore. And so I think that's very interesting in how now he's calling her it again.
I agree.
It's very interesting.
It's interesting how the pet names become more prominent when they spend more time with each other and they are closer together.
I agree. And I also feel like they become more prominent when there's more people around too.
Yeah,
because I think he might call her that as well around people to say hey, no, she's not weak. I know you think she is. Because I feel like it is in front of, if you think about it, he's doing this in front of the king person, Viscount Takaris.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, the Viscount isn't there, but he's doing it in front of the guards and the entourage for sure. I think that also it's me.
She has
sorry.
a dumb smile on her face, and now is laughing because she's dumb.
Yeah. I just think that it's like a slight claiming thing.
Yes, that too.
Oh, she's really mine. I'm the one that calls her by things that are not her name, and she answers. Love how she was oh, what did you expect? Did you expect me to be like a puppy, curled up waiting for you? I'm very
excuse me, let me read the actual quote.
That's right. Ashley did love the quote.
Do you want me curled up on your bed like a puppy dog where you left me? And then his response was, well, that's not entirely unpleasant.
I mean the toxic side of me, I kind of agree with him, but also,
sir, you don't have, I know that she's yours in the sense of, you're in a relationship, but that doesn't give you...
Yeah, the right to everything.
The right to take her voice away.
Absolutely. And, her free will and things like that.
And her free will. I was not saying her rights and her free will, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely,
he's mad at Brennan. Thank you, Kaylee. He's mad at Brennan. So... Dude, I almost died before this. It's okay. And he's mad at Brennan because, Brennan went with her. And he's like, how dare you bring her here? And, they're kind of arguing. And he's like, I outrank you. And he's like, that's not true. I outrank you in all ways but one. Xaden says that to Brennan. And Brennan's like, you could just feel that. I hate that.
But it's true.
Yes, it is. And, Violet's like, well, how long have you been here? And she's, kind of all over the place because of it. Like, kind of like, what is happening?
Because she
Why
was
are
not
you
expecting
here?
that at all.
No. And she was like, she tells Taryn, she's like, I thought you weren't going to tell him. Like, tell Sigeo. And he's like, well, I promised not to tell her. Not that she couldn't sense me.
Yeah, see, I didn't actually tell her. I just didn't block all of the senses.
Yeah, exactly.
And then she's like dragging fucking semantics. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. This is so dumb. Yeah.
And because he did say like, oh, I don't think you're going to like the welcome that you receive.
Yeah, he does.
And she was like,
you're not gonna
you could have
like
given
this.
me a little bit more fucking context.
Like, and it's dragon semantics. How dumb.
Yeah.
And, you know, she is, you know, then she does meet Viscount Takaris, who is the leader, I guess, of this land.
He's the Viscount.
Yeah, the Viscount, exactly. And he... Brain just turned off, I apologize. And he, you know, is like studying her and asking her tons of questions. And Violet's like, can we not? This makes me really uncomfortable. I really don't like being looked and scanned up and down, man. Like, can you leave me alone?
Yeah.
So valid.
Like, literally looks like she's being eaten.
Like, how uncomfortable. I mean, I also agree with her, though. That would be really uncomfortable. Like, why are you staring at me for so long like that? Like,
yeah, because he's literally he's like he's a collector evaluating his prize.
Yeah. And like there's a different look of like, oh, like studying someone like, oh, how good would you be in a battle? And someone that's looking at you like, ooh, this would be my prize. Like, I could take you. I'm like,
yeah, I want to keep that.
Yeah. And she's like, let's not. And then they're like, we're here to discuss about the luminary. And he's like, well, we have to wait because we can't do that until after dinner.
Yeah, it's rude to talk about business before dinner.
Which, I mean, I love food, so I kind of understand.
And then I love that, like, he says that he's like, oh, it's rude to talk about business before dinner. You know the rules, Zayden. And I was like, oof.
And he's just like, and you could just feel you shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, like, here, she'll help you to your room and, like, to go get changed. There's dresses and everything there.
Kat
and Kat
is going
comes,
to do that.
who we know as one of Zayden's exes. And, you know, and she's like, ugh.
Who's also a Griffin rider.
Who is a Griffin rider. And what's her face? Violet is like, wow, like, she's gorgeous. Like, wow, like, she looks gorgeous. So much more gorgeous up close, and like this dress really fits her silhouette. She's just like, wow.
Yeah, she's got a rockin' body.
Yeah, and she's like, wow, I have no chance against this woman. And, you know, they take her to her room, and she's like, wow, Haley's dying. And you know, she's like, wow, I can kind of see why Zayden was here so often.
Yeah.
Because Kat's gorgeous.
But not only that is, like, as they're walking there, Zayden is like, no, I'll do it. Like, I'll show her, like, where the rooms are, like, and he does ask her, he's like, get dressed in my room. And she's like, no, I don't want to.
Yeah, like, I'll go to the other room. They prepared one for me. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Because she's mad. And, like, rightfully so, she's mad. She's mad.
And then Kat does just like, oh, don't worry, Zayden. Your room is all made up just how you like it. Like,
and she's like, you have a room here?
Yeah. And so, like, I will admit, Kat is laying it on thick.
Like, and she also does
really
mention
thick about it.
So thick. And she also does mention, because they're like, oh, like, why are you here? Zayden says that. Why are you here?
Yeah.
To Kat. And she's like, well, Dark Wielders destroyed Zolia, and they're taking a residence up at Cliffsbane, and so we can't be there. Like, we have to be here because they took over our school. Their school is gone.
Yeah.
And so they're like, we're here, I guess. And so, you know, she takes her to a room, and Violet says something, and it's dumb because I have feelings about it. And I have feelings. And so Violet is like, God, because she goes, blah, 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 blah. She goes into Zayden's room, and she's like, God, like, what hasn't he told me? And she kind of sits back. She goes, better question is, what haven't I asked? And I think that, so, first of all, valid statement for her part. But I think it's dumb that she has to ask questions. Like, that is such an unhealthy thing of communication.
To a certain extent, yes. And to a certain
Like, there are
extent,
some
no.
things where it's like, it's okay. Yes. Like, there's some things where it's okay, but I feel like when it's big, heavy topics like this, I think big, heavy topics, no. Like, you should be able to have a communication, and you should be able to feel comfortable sharing big feelings and big things that happened in your life with your partner, because that is important. But if it's like a small thing, like, oh, you're gonna have to ask what we're doing for dinner, you're gonna have to do that, like, that's fine. But it's like the big, heavy things, I think you should be able to communicate without, you should be able to feel comfortable communicating without someone else initiating the conversation.
I'm going to say yes and no.
I would say in a sense of, like, it's asking. And also, you shouldn't give vague answers. Like, oh, like, what's this?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like,
I also
it's the fact that he
understand, like,
gives
how
vague
uncomfortable
answers.
it is talking about an ex.
Oh, yes, I know
Specifically, like, talking about an ex with somebody that is as jealous as Violet is.
Yeah. And she...
But it's also
I agree
like
with that statement, but I
also understand, like, why Violet has never talked about any past relationships that she's ever had, like with Zayden too,
true.
because of the way that Zayden would react as well.
He
And so
would
it's like
kill
the I think that yes and no. Yes, I understand, like, the statement of, yeah, she shouldn't have to be asking herself, what did I not ask? Why am I not prepared? Because I didn't ask enough questions? I should have been more prepared because he should have just told me. For sure. Absolutely. I understand that. But also at the same time, I also think that, you know, there are certain circumstances and situations that would not have happened if, yes, you are correct, if the conversation happened beforehand and if they even stopped to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think, like, I don't think it's like the, oh man, what did I not ask? It's the, well, did you even have the conversation to ask?
Yes. And yes, I agree with that. It's she's not given the opportunity to ask because they're not really getting situations where they can have heavier set conversations.
For sure. Absolutely.
They're kind
just
of avoiding
throwing it up. Yeah, I was like, just being devil's advocate.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, Kaylee. But I think they also do have avoidant tendencies about this stuff.
Yeah.
Which I understand to an extent. Like, it's, but there comes a certain point where Zayden, you knew she was going to come at some point. You needed to tell her a little bit.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
absolutely
mean? Like,
agree.
being thrown in is insane.
Yeah, like, once again, like, you're saying that you're trying to protect her, but, like, if you actually were, you would have just told her so she could have been as prepared as she could have. Like, but, you know?
Yeah. And it's also, you guys do have plenty of opportunities to have these conversations. You sleep in the same room.
Yeah.
But also, like, I know, like, it's sleeping and it's harder, but you guys just avoid these conversations. I don't think they sleep either. They do eventually. But, like, this is not a conversation you have when you're fucking.
No, for sure. Definitely. Because, like, but I was going to say, I was like, I don't think they sleep. I don't think they have conversations because they're too busy fucking, and then they just go to sleep, and then they wake up and they fuck, and then they leave. Like, I hate to be, like, I mean, first of all, wow, what a life. Like,
but also, I know that we've said it. I know that Kaylee says it a bit more. Like, their relationship is very toxic. And it is very, very, if you pay attention to it, it is very prominently a physical relationship.
Absolutely, yeah.
More than an emotional. It's emotional on the surface, maybe digging a little bit deeper than that. But they even say, like, their connection is physical.
Yeah. They openly say it. Openly say it multiple times. And Violet has openly said, like, oh, I don't want to talk to him. I just want to feel him.
Yeah.
And it's been stated. Toxic. And he's, like, so toxic. So bad.
So toxic. God. And, you know, Zayden is kind of saying, like, oh, like, I can't leave you. And she's like,
yeah, she's...
Dude, you can leave me. I am fine. Like, I am fine. I promise you I am fine. And he does say, he's like, it's not Kat that I'm worried about. It's every other flyer here that wants to slit your throat because of your mother. And also they would do that to Mira. And so I'm concerned that you're literally going to get your throat slit. And she's like, I'm fine. It's okay.
Yeah, but like also like here's the thing is like I think that his concern is warranted. Like
Yeah, I agree with that.
we could have had a better game plan.
Yeah, and the better game plan with her going in prepared.
Yeah. Her going in prepared and things like that. And like not only that is like she did put her shields up so like he can't like talk to her through the bond, if that makes sense. Because she's upset and she's like, no, I don't want to talk to you right now. And so it's like they're like also like, you know, once again, like not giving your partner opportunities to clear confusion up as like that's difficult, especially within like this type of circumstance when they can like communicate through like a telepathic bond.
You guys.
Yeah, like
so could be me. I would not stop talking. I feel like Kaylee and I, if we had that, there would literally just be.
Well, no, there would just be so many. Like, I mean, I do it now, and I love Ashley for it that I can say this. That I say, Ashley, I'm really tired of hearing your voice, and I need a break. Like, okay. And do not call me for 2 days.
And I'm like, okay. And then we have issues with the podcast, and then we're like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then we end up talking anyway, and then I'm just like, yeah, it's whatever.
But I do attempt to like I respect it, but
no, but like yeah, like here's the thing: is like I know that would still happen, and like, but it's also like the you know but I think that when there's like big problems like this is when like the mental bond would like this is the best time to do it.
Yeah.
Like it would have been like it would be so easy just to clear up so much of the confusion and stuff like that, but like.
But also he could have been like, okay, here's what's happening. Watch out for these flyers. This is another thing that you need to watch out for. This is the third thing. Keep an eye on this. We'll continue this conversation after. That's all he could have done. You know what I mean? Like, get her prepared in the sense of what's happening.
And it's like, you know, the question, you know, like Violet is like looking into his eyes and like she can see that he's scared, but she's still actively choosing not to
give into the
give into that or allow herself to like comfort him in a way that would like quell the fear, like staunch the fear, if that makes sense.
And she does say, I do really like, because he's like, you don't know the lengths I've gone, you know, to protect you. And she does say, like, you would have never pulled this bullshit last year. Like, you're the one that told me to like find a different way for the gauntlet, find a different way for thrashing. You never would have caged me for protection. And then he does like, well, you weren't mine. And she's like, you can't do this. Like, you sound like, and I do love how, he's like, she's like, you know what you sound like? And he's like, please enlighten me. And she's like, Dane, and slams the door in his face.
I mean, because you're not wrong. Like, she's not wrong about it. Because, like, what was Dane's whole thing? Why did Dane read her memory so many times? Because, I wanted to protect you. Well, guess what? If you let me know about the fucking situation, maybe we could help each other so that we can both be safe, you know? Like, this is, like, I think, like, that's something that Violet runs into a lot is, like, well, if you don't trust me and you don't tell me and, like, things aren't stated, how am I going to know? Unfortunately, she's not necessarily a mind reader.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's one of those things where it could be helpful, you know?
Yeah. And I understand why she has trust issues. Because, like, even now, people aren't telling her the full thing.
Yeah.
You know?
And, like, she has to ask all these questions to try to get the real truth. And it's like it's hard because it's like I don't know what questions to ask. I don't know when to ask them. I don't know how you're going to react when I ask them. So it's like is it even safe for me to ask? Mm-hmm. You know, is like the other catch is is it even safe for me to ask?
Yeah.
These questions, and are you going to receive those well, and are you going to give me like an actual straight answer, or are you just going to give me this vague roundabout like bullshitty answer, which we know that Xaden loves to do.
Yes. And I do really like this chapter because it really digs into their relationship in this aspect of look at their communication is really bad. Like,
their communication is super poor.
Yeah. and it's showing us, hey, like, this isn't healthy, and this is, like, you're allowed to stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
And things like that. Because it can be hard, like, in that situation, and like you said, when she saw the fear in Zayden's eyes, she had to grab the door handle so she wouldn't grab him.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't comfort him right now, but I need to grab something because I know I'm going to. But I need to hold my ground. Which, I mean, it's hard. It's a hard situation.
Yeah, it's very tough, especially like for that and things like that. And then, you know, she slams the door, and then, you know, the conversations end with Zayden, and she's now like picking out her dress, and it's really interesting. Like, she's like, oh yeah, Mira chose like this really like elegant like black dress, and it's just so weird to see her outside of her leathers because she's like that. That's
seen
crazy.
Her outside
like,
of her leathers in a long time, which is kind of sad.
So long.
Like, they haven't had time to hang out as siblings outside of work. In, like, what, 6 years? Like, that's wild. And I also do love how Mira picked her dress because it had pockets, and I was like, that's so valid of her.
It's for the deep pockets.
And like the people that wear dresses understand that. Oh my god, there's pockets, because
it's exciting when there's pockets.
It's so exciting, and then you always go, look, pockets, every time.
Like pockets.
How exciting.
Ooh,
and I'm so happy that dresses nowadays are really starting to have pockets.
Yeah, it's definitely better. We enjoy
I don't know why that
pockets.
wasn't a thing in the beginning, but it's okay.
Oh,
because they wanted you to buy purses.
Yeah, I was like, capitalism. Also, like, technically, like, back in the day, like, they had like detachable pockets. Like, they used to have like pocket belts, basically, that like women would put underneath their dresses and like their hoop skirts and stuff like that.
Yep.
But then when, you know, men in capitalism made purses, so, you know.
Yes. Which purses can be nice, but also, can we just have deep pockets like men?
No, it's uncalled for.
Never. Because we have purses.
You.
Ugh. Anyway. And, you know, they kind of like, wow, like, she's gorgeous. Like, you could just see her admiring her sister and being like, wow, like, this is actually really nice to see you outside of her leathers, and like, oh, like, you're so pretty. And they're having this really tender moment. And then Kat comes in.
Yeah.
And, you know, she's like, well, you know, Zayden doesn't like black. He always tells me how much he hates how, like, monotone Basgaiath is with all of the black coloring. And then Mira, we love her. Would you like to say this, or do you want me to say it?
No, you got this.
Okay. And, you know, so Kat is really, like you said, laying it on thick and going and going and going. And, you know, Mira's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to slit her throat. We don't need the luminary.
Yeah, she's like, you know what? Actually, I normally am not the person that's like, hey, you know what? Maybe we should, like, kill one of our allies, but I think we could. I think we could make an exception this time, and that's okay. Yeah. We don't really need this. Which I love that about Mira, that she's, like, such a ride or die person, that she is literally like, you can't make fun of my fucking sister. Back the fuck up. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. And, you know, like, Violet does say how, once again, gorgeous Kat is. That, like, Kat is in, like, this red dress that is extremely flattering to her figure. She has, like, great curves and, like, just is actually, like, really drop dead gorgeous. But, like, not only that is, like, can we just talk about Violet's dress for a second? That Violet's dress is literally almost fucking see-through. It's so delicate. And then just like the black, first of all, as a girly that wears a lot of black, I want this dress. I'm not gonna lie about it. The flower leaf patterning across the entire bodice up to the shoulders, the fact that, like, it's like basically like it's first of all, no, number one, it's a low V with like basically like leaf patterns and petals going up
sounds
the
gorgeous.
bodice, and then it like goes down into this very like large sheer, like basically like open back type of situation with like a large slit, and I'm like, this is everything I've ever wanted in a dress. This is crazy. And she doesn't think that she looks that good in that. Fuck me. Like,
she looks gorgeous.
that's crazy. But you know, like that, you know, hearing Kat be like, oh, Xaden doesn't lose control. Oh, Xaden doesn't like this, or Xaden doesn't like that, or like, why would you do that? Like, hasn't he told you how much he doesn't like that? Like,
yeah, and also like the like he's a little protective, huh? He only is that protective because he doesn't think you could stand by his side. Like,
for sure,
really, like,
yeah,
laying it on thick,
yeah, and like just like really like going at her, and like I understand. Also, like, you know, I understand why like Xaden didn't want to talk about it, because like, it, no offense, Kat seems like a fucking bitch.
Yes, immediately, yes.
she seems like a bitch, and she seems like it's that she's really fucking bitter that it ended, and like, girl, get over it. It's been fucking years. Yeah. And I love that like we don't get to that part until like her sister comes in, but Kat's sister does come in and it's like, how is everybody doing? And we gonna get like this interaction with just like the four sisters there, and you know,
they do have the same dynamic.
Yeah, they do.
Because
and
the two sisters have an older brother. Obviously, Mira and Violet have Brennan, and so there's Drake, Serena, Kat, and so it's literally the same dynamic. And Kaylee, I know what you're about to say. So
yeah, and so they, you know, they're like, oh, who's this? And like, so Mira and Serena get introduced, and Serena's like, oh, your reputation precedes you. Like, that's something that like we all know who you are. And she's like, oh, if you're Serena, then yeah, I definitely know who you are. And then she's like, oh, don't you have an older brother? Where is he? And then, you know, they mention that her brother is like on the front lines, and they kind of have like this like back and forth banter, and I can't remember which one says it, but they're like, oh, Mira, you would definitely be Drake's type because he does like a woman that could possibly kill him, that like wants to kill him. And I'm like, valid though. The also, you know what? You're not wrong. Yeah, women that could kill you, probably. Yeah, that actually could be interesting. That's not off the table. But you know, Mira and Serena end up like, I don't know, being more cordial than like Kat and Violet in a certain way, but also
still bickering.
Serena does like throw a lot of shade. She's like, wow, because Serena comes and Serena is in pants and like a higher cut tunic. Not gonna lie, like in my mind, if anybody's like ever seen Arcane, I for some reason picture you know, like when they have like the ball, yeah, and like Vi is wearing like her like suit thing. That's what I picture. Or if anybody has ever seen She-Ra, I know that that's like a really big callback. If anybody's
I do remember
ever
She-Ra, but I didn't.
First of all, yeah, no, 110% recommend.
I've seen a little bit of it, but not.
Oh my god, get the fuck out of here! I'm done. I can't with you. Go away.
Bye, guys. I guess.
Anyway,
it's a one-person podcast now.
In She-Ra, Katniss has like, they have like prom Katniss's suit. That's what I picture. Like, that's what I picture Serena's wearing.
Okay.
People should look up the suit picture, and you know, that's what I picture like Serena's wearing. But Serena does say like, "Oh wow, I'm shocked that you chose to wear a dress to dinner because I was told that you were always prepared for battle and like that you were always like ready to kill somebody, and it seems like you're really going to be bogged down by a dress. Like, I don't know if you could actually do that." And Mira's like, "Oh, that's so funny that you say that because I can kill just as much just as well in a dress as I can in pants. And if you'd like to see, we can try it now. And I'm like, oh, damn, girl, let's go.
And then Taryn does kind of chime in, and he does go, wait, don't kill them, like, now. Like, I'm out hunting. Wait 10 minutes.
Yeah, like,
hold on.
just wait
I
10 more
see
minutes so that, like, I can also see it too. They end up, like, kind of going, well, they, like, end up walking to dinner. And Violet is just so in her head, and you can tell, like, she's, like, not okay. She's just, like, constantly being like, I'm not as pretty as Kat. I am, like, Xaden doesn't actually like me. Like, what if I should have worn a color? Like, what if that's what he prefers and he just has never told me? Like, what is this? I don't know. And, you know, she
does start questioning herself too, and she's like,
yeah,
what the fuck is happening? Like, I've never compared myself to a woman like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is weird. Like, I've never done this. And she's like, you know, like, I've compared, like, during battle, sure, and, like, flying, absolutely, but never looks, never personality, not like this. Like, this is, like, weird. What is happening to me?
Yeah, which I love that that she acknowledges as, like, a female protagonist, because we see a lot in other books where there are female protagonists that they are just like, I just hate you because you're pretty, and, like, that's, like, one of, like, their main traits, and I'm like, that's disgusting. I think that, you know, as a woman writing another woman, we should do better. We should do better. Like, not all women hate each other just because they're fucking pretty. Like, you can be, like, a little bit envious and be like, damn, like, they look really good. But also, at the end of the day, your partner is with you because your partner does think that you are the most beautiful thing on the earth, regardless of if it's, like, your looks or personality that draws them to you. You know, you should know and be secure within yourself enough to also trust your partner enough that they like you for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
Which is something that we don't really see a lot in fantasy books, or just, like, books in general. You know, they love to pit women against each other because one's prettier, or whatever. And it's just, like, one of those things where it's like that it is just so superficial to me. And I'm like, I hate it. Like, I also think that it's dumb to hate on somebody just because they're pretty. Like,
I agree. And it's also, like, pretty privilege is a thing. But
yeah, sure.
Don't hate on, I don't know, just don't hate on people.
Yeah,
wow, what a
like,
concept.
yeah, you're right. Pretty privilege is a thing. I just, like,
but I hate that I hate when they're pinned against each other, because it's also, I know that you and I are very much, like, so supportive of women. Like, we're like, wow, look how gorgeous you are. Like, we're very much the first people to go, you look gorgeous tonight. Like, we're very much, like, we've never been that type of people where it's like, oh, she's prettier than me. It's like, oh my God, you're so pretty. Good for you. I love that shirt on you. You know, like, we're so supportive in that sense. I can't even imagine being like, wow, like, I wish I had that. Like, why does that look so good on her? How dare she?
Yeah, I mean, but, like, here's the thing is, like, there's always going to be moments of insecurities regardless of how confident you are. I just think that it's different to literally base your entire personality off of, like, being a pick-me or, like, literally hating on somebody, because I hate to be this person, but, like, if you're like, oh my gosh, like, they're just so much prettier than me, so I don't like them on the principle that they're pretty and not off of literally their actions, their personalities, or, like, the words that they say, I think is wrong. And that's just, like, very much like a pick me behavior, and no, I'm not gonna fucking pick you.
I agree.
Me, no, I'm not gonna fucking pick you. That's gross. So,
I agree. But they're walking to dinner now.
Yeah, but they're walking to dinner now, and she does see Xaden.
And she does say, like, you know, wow, like, I'm still so mad at him, but he still is my gravity. Like, when I see him, I instantly kind of calm down. And he comes over to her and, like, envelops her in shadows, which would be so funny. Like, imagine just seeing, like, this bubble of shadows.
Well, first of all, they start making out, and then the shadows happen.
True. Pause. Pause screaming.
Pause screaming.
We do, yes. Of course. What breed is your dog? How much does he weigh? So typically for that size of a dog it would be around $125, and that would include a bath, a blowout, which is brushing and drying, nail clipping, ear cleaning, and a haircut if needed. We are booking out till December. I believe our first availability would be December 8th. Yep, so that's how we, yep. Sorry. And then we do require a $40 non-refundable deposit, but it goes towards your groom. It's just because we are booking out so far, we have a lot of clients not show up. And so if you pay if you're quoted $125, you'd be paying $85 day of visit. We do. And you're also more than welcome to bring your own shampoo. Let me triple check that. Give me 1 second. I could do, sorry, December 6th. No problem. Bye. You should agree. Oh my god, I'm about to fall. Oh, god damn it. It's okay. Because for some reason, it likes to zoom in.
Damn, that's crazy.
Right.
It's probably because your face is so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
It has to zoom in.
What was I gonna say? 102-pound German Shepherd?
I mean, not unheard of. Like
That's true.
most, it's a little heavier for a female because I was gonna say, I was like,
That's why I
average
said
weight.
he.
Average weight for like a female German Shepherd is anywhere between like I think it's like
60 and 80?
60. Yeah, I was like to like the 60 to 80 mark, so it's like she's a little heavier, but like, but for a male, normal males is normally anywhere between like 70 and 100, so it's like the weight range is not crazy, but
It's
like
not crazy.
for a female I think she's probably a little overweight, but
because I know that I've seen German Shepherds that are like 50 pounds, like you said.
Like, for sure, like
I think it also depends on how big the dog, like if it's a bigger set dog, sure.
Absolutely,
but then if it's like a dog that's tiny and 100, okay.
I mean, like there's a difference. Like I don't know if you remember Gigi or not. The
Yes.
German Shepherd, that used to board all the time. Yeah, she was a small girl.
Mm-hmm.
She was a teeny tiny girl, and then I don't know if you like remember Google at all.
Yep.
Only came in for baths, but Google was like twice her weight.
Mm-hmm.
Like just, but also female, just fucking big. Yeah. But like you could tell the difference that she was just literally a bigger fucking dog.
Yeah. So it depends on the dog. Yeah. Exactly.
Getting back into it, they're making out in the bubble.
Which I'm so sorry. Just imagine. And also, shadows aren't soundproof. It's okay. It's okay. His shadows are, apparently.
Yeah, his shadows have always been.
Exactly.
I don't know why.
Yeah. Okay. Unpause. Please admire my beautiful face.
Wow, Ashley, you look so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. My phone decided to zoom in, and so now you guys just get a beautiful view of my face.
I kind of like it.
Oh, thank you.
You should get closer. Ooh, that's just the way I like it.
Look at my beautiful eyeballs.
Look at those eyeballs. Wow. Gorgeous. Work it. Yes. Yes, queen. Wow.
Us, literally. We support women. Go, do it. Show your eyeballs.
Yeah, girl. Let me see them.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Anyway, they're making out now.
They are making out now, and they
they
are
are
in this
making
like
out.
bubble, which I imagine it looking like a nut, just in the room there, like the shape of like an almond. I'm like, I don't know why, but an almond just there, and everybody around them just like, okay, why is there a giant bubble almond in here? I don't know why. Broke Kaylee with that one. God. Then
I'm so sorry. I love that Ashley's like, I imagine it just like looking like a large nut in the middle of the room. My brain, horrible. So sorry that that's immediately where it went. I was like, no, for some reason I picture it like Avatar: The Last Airbender, like when he's like encased in like the ice, like how like it looks like a bubble like that. Yeah, that's kind of how I imagine
like
it.
I
Just
imagine
not
like
see
a
through.
swirling nut. Like how you said like how it moves, but like a nut. An almond shape. And so they're having this conversation after making out. And he is telling her like, I have to look at my notes, I can't quote that for sure. Oh my god, Kaylee is broken. And, he does kind of come over and say, like, I'm sorry for how protective I've been ever since I've heard that you were tortured, hell, even since Resson. Like, wow, Kaylee is just dead. And ever since Resson, like, I couldn't get to you, and I lost it. I completely lost it. Like, he went insane. And he does say, he's like, you win. Like, this argument, you win. I know that for a fact. I was in the wrong, but I can't forgive you right now when I know you're in danger.
Yeah.
And he does say, like, that's not your fault. I should have brought you here when you asked me the first time, but you didn't give me the opportunity to bring you. And I think it's him also saying, like, I should have prepared you. Like, she was not prepared.
Absolutely. And, like, I think that if they could have played it differently, he would have.
Yeah.
I think they would have had more of a conversation. But, they're making out and whatever, and Takaris is like, excuse me, can we start dinner? Like, are we going to start? And I love just, like, Mira and Brennan being like, oh, this is, like, not even the half of it. Like,
yeah, this is tame.
Like, you guys are so lucky that this is the only thing that you get to see because it is crazy.
Yep. And he does walk over and he's like, Violet.
I can't control myself when.
Violet. With it, Violet.
Yeah.
And, the Viscount Takaris does go, it's so impressive. I've been trying to take down Viscount for years and you did it in 6 days. And Xanon goes, it was 5.
Yeah.
Like, he destroyed Viscount in 5 days.
Yeah, for Violet.
Yep. Yeah.
And, like, that's the thing is, like, there's so many things that he could do and that he would do and that he does just for her. And, like, yeah, so they kind of just, like, get out of, like, their bubble and, they're like, okay.
Yeah, I do. Thank you.
We ate dinner and now, like, are we ready to do this? And then, the Viscount's like, well, obviously not until I see you. And he's like, let's go over to this lovely, like, field. And for some reason in my head, it's like they call it a stadium. Like, in my head, I'm like, oh, it looks like a football stadium. Like,
in me, it's like a circular arena.
Yeah, it's a
like
circular,
a field, but like not like I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a circular arena thing.
So like a coliseum.
Yeah, but smaller, like not as like grand.
Oh, see, that's the thing is I thought that it was just as grand.
Really?
Yeah, and the reason why I would think that it's just as grand is because throughout this entire time of them being here, all Violet keeps saying is, wow, look at the extreme demonstration of wealth and impracticality. I could never imagine having a dinner and dressing up like this every single day.
That's fair.
Like,
okay,
this
you're
is,
right. You're right. I guess it would
you
be
know,
that grand.
like all of it is overly grand. It's
yeah.
overly presenting, you know. It's so, you know, going back to like when she's in the bedchamber, she even asks like the handmaid. She was like, oh, I know it's actually not her, it's Mira that asks the handmaid, is Viscount to like, does Viscount Takaris kidnap people?
Yeah.
And like make them stay? And she's like, he's never kidnapped anybody, but he will. But he does collect people. And
like,
there's
he'll make you a
things
deal
that,
that's really hard to
yeah, he'll make you a deal and an offer that is so hard to refuse because he knows what people want.
Yeah.
He's willing to give you everything because at this point, it really is. Money is no object.
Mm-hmm.
Money's no object. Like, you know, like look at the extravagant wealth. Even the dress that she's wearing is a form of an extremely rare imported silk from an isle that Navarre has not traded with in over like 50, 60 years.
Yeah, and like
so,
now they're not trading with the Isle because they think it's a little dangerous to come over.
Mm-hmm, yeah, because the Isle says like, no, it's a little too dangerous to come over to Port Meal. And so it's like it's so interesting, but like, you know, Viscount Takaris has this, and he probably has like hundreds of dresses like this because he collects rare items. Mm-hmm. And so it's like I think that the Colosseum is just as grand. And so like he's like ushering her out onto this field, and he's like, oh, like I want you to hit that, like this chest in the middle of the field. And, you know, Xaden is like, oh, that's the chest that my father gave him.
Yeah.
To signify our deal.
Yeah.
And
he does say, like, this is not about you, Violet. Like, this is about me. It's a knack at me. Yeah. And, like, he's trying to knock him down. And, you know, the kind of, Violet's like, oh, God damn it. Like, I can't aim. Like, that's so hard for me. Like, I can't aim. And, you know, then they kind of, like, open the box, and a venom pops out. Oh! And Mira goes down to the field with her, and Xaden can't go with her because the Viscount Takaris needs to know that Violet can do it herself without Xaden going and protecting her.
There are rules, and the rules are Xaden is not allowed to step foot in the arena.
Yeah,
and that he is not allowed to help her, and that Violet needs to do it on her own. And Mira says, "Oh well, I can go with her because I have nothing to do with her signet."
Yeah, and it's also like her signet's useless because she's outside of the wards.
But she only told Violet that. You know, she didn't openly say that.
No.
You know, she only told Violet, like, hey, I literally am worthless. I can't do anything. Because she was like, I tried too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she goes down with her, and they open the box, and there's a venom. Mm-hmm. And like Amanda, and his eyes are all, you know, red with the veins and glowing and creepy.
And creepy. You know. And that's where the chapter ends. She hits the box and the venom pops out, and that's where the chapter ends. And you know, obviously a lot of, you know, Violet is nervous and scared to do this because, like, you know, not only is there a venom now in front of her that she has to, like, you know, hit this target, which is now a moving target, but not only that is, you know, Mira could possibly die as well. Yeah. Not only could Mira be hit by lightning, but Mira could also be drained. So it's like the double whammy of, damn, maybe I should have trained better.
Yeah. That's so, like you said, that is where the chapter ends.
Yeah.
And so going into chapter
42.
Thank you. 42, they are, you know, fighting this venom, or trying to fight this venom. And, you know, they're kind of like moving all around, and they're like, fuck, this is hard. Mm-hmm. And, you know, she's yelling for Taryn. She's like, Taryn, I need you. And Taryn's like, I'm like 5 minutes out. I'll be there soon, because don't die.
Yeah. And she's like, I don't have that fucking minute. Where are you?
Yeah. And she's like, if I can't fight one venom, I'm not going to be able to fight for the continent. Like, this is insane. Like, I need to be able to do this. And, you know, the venom does say, like, oh, you're the one that can wield from the sky. What a reward I would get if I brought you back. to the sage. And, you know, like you said, they start talking about how there's different sages.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like
not really, but like it's
offhandedly mentioned because Violet says, "Oh, are you going to take me back to your sage?" And the Venom says, "Which sage?" And that's it.
That's it.
So we can assume
that there's more than one sage. So we're getting a little bit more pieces of, because we don't know much about the Venom culture as of this moment, and so
yeah,
any little piece is kind of interesting. Like, oh, apparently there's different sages, and they want someone that can wield from the sky, which we kind of knew that part.
Yeah,
but now
we knew
prominent.
that the Venom did want Violet, and also the fact that the Venom did say, "And you're going to bring your dragon with you because you can't be that, like, you guys can't go days apart."
Yeah, so they want the dragon too, which is very interesting. And
it is. It's very interesting to hear that.
It is. And, you know, she kind of rolling around, like, fell. It's like, because she was about to do a lightning strike and, like, shoves Mira out of the way because she knows it's about to hit her. So they kind of both roll on the floor and then they roll backwards. And then she, like, rolls into Brennan. And I really like how she kind of goes, well, I guess Brennan is here now, too. Like, very, like, I guess he's here now. Very confused, but, like, in the moment, that's something you would do. Like, oh, I guess you're here now, and keep going because you have so much adrenaline of, like, trying to keep everything
alive. You're trying to keep yourself alive. You're trying to keep, you know, your sister alive. You're trying to keep your brother alive now at this point. So it's a lot of like,
it's a lot.
How do I keep people alive?
Yep. And now she is definitely like, I can't lose them both in this. Like,
yeah.
And especially Mira, like, Mira has not seen a Venom. This is the first time she's seen a Venom. She doesn't know how they
that's true
too. Like, so she has the biggest disadvantage. Obviously, Brennan has seen a Venom.
Yeah.
Because he fought them when he, in quotes, died.
Yeah, but he's been fighting them for, what, 6 years now?
6 years, exactly. And that's why I think Brennan knows what they're doing. Violet knows, to an extent, what they're doing. And so Mira has the biggest disadvantage. And also, her signet isn't working. And also, I guess Brennan's signet is kind of useless in this situation as well.
Yeah, Brennan is kind of useless.
Yeah, he's just kind of there now. And
yeah, but, you know, she's like, damn, I wish I had more daggers. Xaden does end up throwing daggers into the field, so she does have 2 extra daggers.
Yeah. And Brennan's like, and they see the Venom, like, draining the ground and
the
stuff.
earth, yeah.
The earth, thank you. And Brennan's like, Mira, you need to make a shield right now. Like, I don't care. Like, you can do it. Just do it. And so,
yeah.
You know,
or, like, we're going to die if you don't fucking do this. And, you know, Mira's like, I don't know if I can. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
And so
like,
she's trying and trying and trying. And the Venom, you know, is now draining near them. And then they do end up getting a shield, which is very good. Good job, Mira. We're very proud of you.
Mira was able to do it under extremely, like, intense situations.
Yeah. And she...
But then...
Go ahead.
But then after that, you know, it's just like oh, good job, but also now what? And Violet kind of comes up with this, like, crazy plan and is like, get out of the field. Like, get off the field. And you need to take Mira and get off the field. Because, like, I have an idea, and if it misses, we're all fucking dead.
And we can't lose anybody.
Yeah, and it's just like I love that, like, Brennan looks at her like she grew like a third head. Like,
yeah, like,
what the fuck is happening? That's crazy. That sounds like an absolute ludicrous thing. But he does, you know, trust her, and he does go along with it. And, you know, the moment she sees, you know, Brennan and Mira make it off the field, she, like, makes her final play.
Yeah. And she does say, she's like, I can't move, like, because Venom are very good at adapting to movement and, like, how you fight. And she does say that. She's like, last time when I was fighting on Terran, she adapted to my movements very, very quickly. And so she was like, I can't move. I just have to sit here. Don't let the power get too much. Don't get too angry. Hold my ground. Just wait. And then she does, after the Venom is getting closer and closer, she throws the 2 daggers and, like, pins his feet down in the ground, obviously. And then, like, lightning strikes him. So now he is dead.
Good for her.
Good,
like, she actually didn't miss. Good for her. And then, you know, they kind of like go back up because obviously the battle's done, like they ended it, and like obviously they're upset because, you know, we thought that it was just literally like I'm gonna wield for a second and then we're gonna call it a day, you know.
Not a venom that's about to kill everybody.
Yeah, not a venom that's gonna pop out of the ground and kill people. And so when they come up, all you see is like Xaden lifting Viscount Takaris like up and like strangling him in his shadows, and Violet is obviously like, no, please don't. And and
she's like, I'm fine, like he can't kill me.
Yeah, and she actually opens up the bond. She opens up her mental bond because, you know, she hasn't done that yet, and like sends love down the pond, and it's like, I'm here, like this is it, like it's not an illusion, I'm not a lie, like this is me, we are here. And it's just so interesting because like when that happens, all Xaden is like, I'm so sorry, like I should have known better, like I could have done more, like I'm so sorry. And she's like, well, we did it, and now like here it is. And she's like, please don't kill him because he can't talk if we kill him before that, you know. And
and you know, he does set her down, and he was like, hey, like I actually really like how he was like, if you have any like grievances or anything, you come to me because it's about me, and you're gonna treat Violet with the utmost respect and kindness. I was like,
yeah. Or I'm gonna fucking kill you,
or I will, and respect. I will kill you. Do you understand? And he's like you could tell the Takaris is like, oh my god.
Yeah, because like, I mean, obviously Xaden has never like strangled him before, clearly.
No, clearly.
And you know, he's like, yeah, you should treat Violet with the utmost respect. If you have any issues like with me breaking our deal, then you should come to me. And not only
she's not a player in this.
Yeah, she's not a chess piece. She's not a player in this fucking game. Like, that's it. And it's interesting as well because like Viscount Takaris like kind of goes into like what the chest is and how the chest works. The chest does have like a bunch of different runes, but like mentions that the venom was starved. Like the venom was put in there a couple of days ago and was starved for a while, and like was unable to drain. And also like Violet is thinking about like, man, the venom drained the earth, but all of these people are fine. Why is that? And you know, it kind of clicks in like her head. She's like, oh, he had mentioned that the stones came from
Drathus.
Yes, from Drathus. Yeah, I was like, yes. I was like,
it's like,
yes,
that one.
Yes, from that one. You're correct.
There you go. There you
from
go. I'm
Drathus, who, if we remember correctly, drawing it all the way back, that is where the Baron's land is. From like way back when the Venom first, you know, like the big war with the Venom that the first six fought. They fought it there.
It's like they drained that, and so she kind of puts the pieces together. She's like, you have a lot of
the stone
venom.
has already been drained.
Yeah. Like,
and then they realize they've been
keeping?
collecting venom, and they're like, how did you get this one? Where is this coming from? Things like that. And so it's really interesting to see what's going on. I do think that the chest will come back. I think that it's going to be important, especially because like if the runes can hold venom, I wonder, you know, if that's a way they're gonna like use those runes for like a ward stone, you know.
And it's also like
maybe something like that, because like the whole point is like to get the luminary, you know.
Exactly. And it's also like they'll be able to, if the runes work, they can interrogate a venom without them draining anything, and it'll be a safe way to do it.
Yeah, which would be really, really interesting if that did happen.
And so, you know, they all go to sit down at the thingy to negotiate the table, and they're like, okay, now let's talk. And like, because they need the luminary in order to put up the wards, right?
Yeah.
And So they're like, okay, can we take the luminary? And he's like, oh no, like, I never said you could take the luminary if she fought. I said we could start negotiating after I saw her power. And he does say, like, you're astonishing. I can't imagine what you're going to be like in, like, a couple years. Like, even a year from now, I can't imagine
that's
how
crazy.
much more
You have so
powerful.
much power and you are so untrained. Just imagine what it would be like if you were trained.
Yeah.
So interesting
Which
that
is-
even like Viscount Takars can recognize how much power Violet has and
Yeah,
could
and also,
have.
like, how untrained her power is.
Oh, for sure.
Like, you could just tell. And so I think it's really interesting.
But it's like
'cause,
the
you
also
know-
like you could tell like the fact that she had to take multiple strikes to hit a single target, you know.
Mhm.
Once again, it's like she was saying before, you know, they only concentrated on quantity, not quality.
Yeah.
And so I think like that right now, you know, she's realizing that, hey, maybe we should learn how to aim. It's a revolutionary tactic.
Wow. And, you know, so they're kind of talking about it, and he's giving her offers. Like, hey, like, you stay with me, you help, like, look out for Venom, and, like, you fight Wyvern and stuff like that for a couple of years. And then after that, you can go live on an isle with all the people you love. And you'd be safe there, and, you know, it'd be like a happily ever after type of thing. And she goes, I do, like, in her head, she's like, I did consider it for a moment, but I can't. Because, first of all, the Isles don't accept Navarians anymore. And it's the coward's way out. Like, she...
Yeah. It's like
it is interesting how it openly says that the Isles don't accept Navarians anymore. Like, even as visitors, they can't go.
Yeah. They're just like, no, we don't like these people, which understandable.
It's so valid. And it's also like, their land is infected with venom, and, you know, like, I wouldn't want to risk one of the persons being a venom. You know?
I absolutely agree with that.
Thank you.
I also think that, like, it's so interesting that, like, you know, that was the offer made, because she thought about it and she's like, damn, this would be so nice though. She was like, I understand what they mean by his offers are tempting.
Yeah.
Because that is tempting. Because that's literally all she wants. All she wants is to live in peace. And the fact that he could even offer her a slice of peace is crazy. The fact, like, once again, we're talking about insurmountable amount of money. Like, the fact that this man was like, it's cool, I'll just buy an island for you.
Yeah.
I'll buy an island for you, your dragon, and your lover. Like you can take your lover and your siblings and your friends to this beautiful island and live peacefully for the rest of your days. All you got to do is, you know, protect me for like a couple years, and then and then we're done. But like, that is crazy. The amount of money that this man has just to, like,
insane. Like, here's an island, take it.
Yeah, like you know, that is kind of crazy. And, you know, Xaden is like, I can't believe you right now, and like is openly like very upset. And then he was like, well, you know what, like, if you really want the luminary, you can take the luminary, but you have to take all of the Griffin cadets with you back to Tyrandor. And, you know, Xaden is like, why would we do that? Why are we doing that? Why would we take enemy people there? And then, you know, Takaris is like, no, like, they don't have a school. We need them to be trained. I want you to train these Griffin cadets like you train your Rider cadets to fight these Venons, so they can be the most prepared, because they're not getting any education just sitting here.
Yeah.
And it's
also he does say, Zane is like, okay, but like the altitude, like Griffins don't do good
Griffins
in
don't do
altitude.
the altitude.
And, you know, Takaris is like, they'll adapt, but I need them to go to the school. So it is, I really like how
they've never gotten the chance to adapt. And like, he openly is like, well, you don't know that because they've never gotten the chance to adapt to the altitude.
Exactly. And it's also,
you know, they've never been up there long enough. And I think that it's super interesting that Takaris is like, hey, they need to have this education. They need to learn how to fight this.
Yeah. And I do like, because, you know, this entire 2 chapters when we're seeing him, and it's this big, flamboyant, stern, like, this is my way, I have tons of money, I'm like the highest person ever. And like, so this very like, I don't know a better way to say it, like out of this world person that's not in touch with kind of like what's happening. And like, I mean, he made her fight a venom for fun. You know what I mean? Like, it was just kind of for show. And so I think it was really interesting seeing that softer side of, no, like, I need my people. Like, I need these writers to be trained because I need them prepared. Like, I don't want to lose all of these. Like, that's not fair to them. So I think it's really interesting to see that his deal was actually taking care of his people. Because, like, from what we've seen, it didn't seem like he was that type of person. And so I really liked how we saw that softer side of him.
Yeah, I agree. And, like, it makes him not a quote-unquote villain. Like, you can tell why he would be, you know, an ally. Like, he could be a
stern... Yeah, like, it's the, okay, maybe an alliance is possible. Like, because they wouldn't... I know that they wouldn't ally with somebody that's that flamboyant, like, that rude, and, like, literally sacrificing one of their people. And so it's seeing that, like, oh, no, like, he does care. And, like, this alliance, he would care. Like, he wouldn't just throw us out to the wind if we made the alliance, because he wants to protect his people, and we're going to help do that.
Yeah, I mean, and Violet is, of course, just livid. She's like, absolutely not. We would never do that. Why would we do that? And then Brennan immediately is like, deal. Yeah. And then, deal. You know, it cuts to, you know, the end of the chapter is just Violet being like, I am so mad at Brennan. I'm so mad, and I can't believe that he took that deal. And that's where the chapter ends.
And also, in the chapters, we do figure out why Violet's been so emotional.
That's true. That's true.
Because Xaden does end up telling her, oh, Kat has the ability to manipulate emotions and heighten them. And so he was like, she was digging for your jealousy and your anger and stuff like that and heightening it. And so she's like, what the fuck, man? Like, you couldn't have told me sooner so I could be prepared. And she does acknowledge, she's like, I could shield out Xaden, who is the closest person to me that is the hardest to shield out, but I can't shield out Kat. Like, that's really confusing to me. And she does, during the dinner, look at her, because she notices that she's getting angry. And
it's
like,
not during the dinner, it's during this part.
I meant, like, during this part, sorry. And
I just want to clarify.
Yeah, it's during this part.
Who everybody might be listening who is confused about how Ashley talks sometimes, I understand.
Yeah, I apologize. I kind of go all over the place sometimes. But she, like, looks back at her and goes, get out of my head. Like, get out of here. You're not welcome in my brain.
And, like, Xaden openly says, like,
an opponent.
I would have told you sooner if you would have let me in.
Yeah. Like, she was blocking him out the entire time. He couldn't have the opportunity to tell her.
But also, like, you know, Kat is like, oh, it's very interesting that you even found out. It's so interesting that you know, and now, like, we might actually be able to, like, you know, like, they describe it as Kat is now sizing Violet up as a worthy opponent. But I also love Serena. Serena's response was, don't be such a fucking child, Kat. It's been 2 years. Get over yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn. Also, so valid. Like, what? Like, you're fighting over a man. Sorry. This is something about, like, Kat's personality I will not understand, because maybe it's just because I've never met a man like Xaden and whatever. But, like, if somebody leaves you and you see them, like, 2 years later, why would you still want them? Like, I'm going to be so for real. You are a different person. That person is a different person, and they are your ex for a reason. Things ended for a reason. Why would you want that again? Like, I get it. Xaden's hot, but, like, he also not going to lie, treated you like shit. Like, the little information that, like, that we know, like, just out of, like, this chapter, like, her being like, he never loses control. Like, you can do whatever you want to do to pick a fight, but he'll still think that you're childish in the end. That's an insecurity that she already holds. That she was like, oh, he made me feel like such a child for, like, you know, voicing my opinions or voicing my feelings. First of all, number one, if your partner's ever doing that, he doesn't fucking like you, okay? He doesn't like you because your partner would never make you feel small or like a child or like you're dumb. Like, your partner, the person that will love you till the end of your time, like, until the end of your days, will never make you feel lesser. And so, number one, he didn't fucking like you. Just off of, like, that principle alone. Yeah. Number two, like, you know, like, the game is, like, keeping people. Like, you can't hold people that close. Like, you can't protect them like that. And then, like, number three, if he didn't want to protect you and didn't really care if you died, bitch, he didn't fucking like you.
No, literally. And it's also like
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna just say it. Like, there are just certain things that Kat has, like, just literally plainly out of this chapter, he didn't like her.
No.
Period.
He didn't.
And it's I understand, like, from her perspective that, like, she was really into him. But, like, it's been 2 years. Get over it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I agree. Yeah. And
he didn't like you. I'm so sorry.
Go off, Kaylee. But I agree. It's like, hey, like, I understand that you're jealous, but we don't need to make
absolutely,
you're extremely jealous. But we're like Serena said, don't act like a child. It's been 2 years. If you want to have a conversation. Don't heighten emotions. You don't need to heighten someone's emotions just because you want to pick a fight.
Yeah.
Like, we can have a civil conversation.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, at the end of the day, what are you gaining out of that?
Yeah. And just because you're, because, like, you're heightening Violet's emotions to match yours because you're insecure about being jealous.
Absolutely.
And so why are you, like, that's not how, this is not healthy, ma'am. And I know you know that.
For sure. Also so toxic, but, you know.
But it's fun.
But, you know.
But would a book be as fun if everybody just got along?
No, never.
And that's the issue. Like, I feel like I know that we're like, wow, they're so toxic. Wow, this and that. But it's they wouldn't have character growth if they weren't toxic in some way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 2, it wouldn't nearly be as interesting because it's, oh my gosh, thank you. And it's like, do we absolutely love, like, the line when he was like, I can't forgive you because you are engaged right now, but that is not on you. That is my fault. And I'm sorry about that. Like, we like the open communication like that, but he's still openly saying, that's my fault. Like, I'm at fault. I still can't forgive you. But it's a human conversation, and he's not perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because no one is perfect.
Yeah. So, you know. But I think that's
a great way to end the spoiler-free section.
Yes, I was going to say, that's going to end our chapter reviews section. And now we're going to jump on into our spoiler section. So if you were here just for the review, thank you guys so much for coming. Make sure to like, subscribe, download, share with your friends and family our chaotic nature and ways, and hit all of the buttons. Thank you guys so much for coming. If you guys are sticking around, come on in. We're jumping straight on into our spoilers. If you're here for the spoilers, welcome.
We're excited. Thank you guys so much
for coming. We're very excited to have you guys. And now we are going to start with our beginning excerpts for chapter 41 and 42.
Let's do it. So, the beginning excerpt for chapter 41 is, having refused every proposal from the Isle Kingdoms, Queen Maria has named her distant cousin, Viscount Akars of Corden, it's Corden, it's okay, as her heir. As the Viscount is living in his 5th decade and has no direct heirs of his own, the decision has not been a popular one. On the Aristocracy, it's a newspaper from Portmeal. By
Fantastic.
Pearson Pito.
Yeah. So, like, we can already tell, like, you know, the fact that he's a 50-year-old man. Mm-hmm. And he has no heirs and, like, nothing else. So it is interesting that he was put into power when he doesn't have heirs, which makes me think that I wonder if there was something that he offered her to get that position.
Yeah. Like, maybe that's why they could trade at the Isle so much longer. Mm-hmm. Like, what did you offer her? Because now we know, like, he's a big person that will offer somebody. He has unlimited money, so he's going to offer whatever he can to get whatever he wants.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Which is very interesting. But, you know.
I forget, has he come back? Or is this the only time we've seen him?
No, he comes back.
Okay, thank you. I forgot.
We see him at the very beginning of Onyx.
You're right. And so then, chapter 42's beginning excerpt is, through her extraordinary signet, allows her to extend the wards around herself and her dragon. Cadet Sorrengail lacks the consistent ability to produce her own wards without extreme emotional distress. I'm sorry to report I doubt this ability will develop in time. I had such hopes for her. Metamorium from Professor Carr to General Sorrengail.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, yeah, if she can't do it unless she's under extreme emotional distress, I mean, that was definitely emotionally distressing.
Yeah, but it's also so interesting because that's what they said about Violet, too.
Yes.
Because remember, she can, like, her emotions very much are her signet.
Are her grounding point.
Are her grounding.
Is
exactly.
her signet point, is how and where she draws so much power and things like that. So it's very interesting that, like, we can tell that emotions play a large part in people's signets.
Yeah, like this is not
just Violet or not just the Sorrengails. That emotions play a huge part in the way that, I mean, we even see it when she gets the orb that he's like, oh yeah, emotions is the reality of your signet. You get your signet due to your emotions, and depending on how your emotions are is how it's going to manifest. And so it's like
if you want to heal, like Brennan, like he wanted to help everybody to become a mender.
Yeah.
Mira wanted to protect people. She got the ability to extend wards. Violet wanted to help people. She has the ability to help people in a more graphic way, but she could do it.
I don't know if that's why she got it. I think that she got it because she wanted to prove to people that she was strong.
Yeah.
She wanted to be valued as strength.
That's true.
And that's why she got it. No, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm so sorry. That is like 110% Violet's 100% largest personality trait is the I am strong, I am not weak. And it's her having such a strong signet is the proof, the manifestation of her saying, no, I am strength. I am strong all the time, you know? And so that's why I think that she got the signet that she got. And like, because like she even was like, I hate that, like, I'm not a mender like Brennan. Like, I just like, why am I just so destructive? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, sorry, you deep down inside never wanted to be a mender. You deep down inside didn't want to be caged. That's why you got the signet.
Yeah.
Like, like there's a lot of things in like personal growth that that are gonna happen that hopefully happens for her when we, get to book 5 and stuff like that. But we'll see. Yeah.
Because as of right now, as filming, we just got the Disney World interview with Rebecca Yarros.
Do you want to finish? Do you want to finish the spoiler section and then hop into that?
Yes.
The yeah. Sorry, guys. We're gonna
we gotta wait. Yeah, we gotta.
Yeah. We're gonna hold off on that. But yes, we did. We do that. But also, let's finish the spoilers for this, and then we can jump into that because I do think that those do have good points, but mostly, I think it's going to be better for like the end of.
Yeah, that's the end of that's going into book 4. So we need to talk about this one.
Yeah.
And so.
Sorry, just before we get too ahead of ourselves.
Interesting.
Yeah. Really interesting?
I thought you were going to say something. I thought you said,
no, I was like, before we get ahead of ourselves.
Yep.
And then.
So we both thought it was really interesting that it showed how, because Griffin riders have lesser magic signets that, riders get their main signet and like they can work on lesser magic stuff, but the Griffin riders are the ones that really know how to hone that. And so I think it's very interesting and how Violet was like, wow, like it's really a lot harder to block out Kat than Xaden. I think that was very interesting.
Yeah, I also think that it's really interesting that most of the Griffin riders, their signets, even though they do, like, like with them coming from lesser magic, if you've noticed that a lot of it is a lot of intrinsic or emotional not seen traits, which I think is really interesting, that is the type of signets that they manifest comparatively to dragon riders and things like that.
And like it's also interesting, like if you think about it, dragon riders kill intrinsics, and where like they're kind of like, oh, like cool, let's work on this one.
Yeah, where the Griffin Riders are more like, okay, well, this is the lot that we've been dealt with, so how can we deal with this? How can we, like, you know, push this forward? How can we make this work to our advantage? And, you know, make either our allies or our enemies, you know, have that own mental warfare, which we saw, like, you know, Violet was having throughout these chapters about how she's like, I can't, like, I don't understand, like, why am I so upset? Like, why is this like this? Like, why is that like that? And then, you know, like, we kind of like circle back into like, you know, shields. Like, why could she not shield that out? Why could she shield Xaden out, but not her? And we see it later on, you know, in this book when they start training, and even in Onyx a little bit, about how, you know, it is a little bit of a different type of shield that she has to put up to do it. And it's just like, you know, the idea of like not knowing, not being super like kinesthetically inclined and knowing where everything is in your body sometimes, you know, like not being aware that that could be a thing, you know.
And it's also like mind games and like mind signets and stuff like that could be so much more devastating than a physical one.
Absolutely.
Because if you can get someone to doubt themselves like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The whole plan, like, you know, most people's war plans is the confident approach. So, you know, if you're not confident, you could really just destroy everything in a matter of minutes, and that's just crazy to even think about. And then it's also like crazy to think that the chest is like, the chest was a gift from Tyrandor to the Viscount Takaris, to signify, you know, the agreement of Xaden and Kat's marriage, which is like, you know, why they were engaged, which is why like the entanglement is so like
they were gonna
so
get
much
married. And I think
they
that's
were
obviously
going
why
to get
she's
married.
a lot more upset about it, because they were gonna get married. Like she had it all kind of planned out, and then he was like, no, I refuse.
Because like, you know, 2 years ago
he had nothing, you
know, technically he did break up with her before he met Violet and before they got together. But, you know, 2 years ago, he was still like, you know, I don't think this is for me. Like, I don't think I can even go through with this. I don't love this person. I don't know if I like this person, you know? And like that, I'm sure like that was a really hard thing to do. But, you know, we're talking about this chest. They say that this chest has, like different runes carved in it. But the fact that this chest suspends things in midair, like
so
the item is not touching the ground at all, and it doesn't say that the chest was blown apart. No, like in this chapter. So
if
like
I
the
don't see a body, I don't believe it's gone.
Yeah, it's like the chest is still whole. So you know, Ashley did mention it earlier, but I do agree with her. You know, I think that we might see it later on. Maybe they might try to use it for Xaden. Maybe that's what happens after he slaughters Ree. But I'm just saying. Did you want me to say murder?
No, it's funny.
Would that sound better?
No, this is what I heard. You know, like, you know, maybe they put him in there after he slaughters Ree. I'm like, okay, man, like, you're so aggressive about it. Go
I mean, are we wrong?
No. It's either going to be Ree or Mira, because I do believe, and I forget if you said it on the phone or on the podcast.
I think it's going to be Ree.
I do think it's going to be Ree, but if, let's say, I think
it's going to be Ree because of, Yeah, because of the sibling battle. But I don't know. Maybe he does kill Mira during the sibling battle.
Yeah,
maybe the
that's true.
sibling battle
But I don't
happens
think...
and he tries to step in, but I don't feel like that's
I
going to
don't think
happen.
so. No. And I know that you said it would.
I also think that it'd be more devastating.
Oh,
I think it'd be so much more.
It would be so painful.
It would be so much more painful. Sorry. I'm like setting it up in my head.
About this topic. I know we have like a whole. We could write the book.
I think that Xaden kills Ree.
I agree.
And I think that Brennan kills Mira. And I think Brennan kills Mira in front of Violet. And I think that that's the another big catalyst event about why this is going to be so big.
Yeah.
Because I don't think at the end, if we think about that beginning excerpt about how there's 3 siblings, they fight, only one survives.
And it's going to be Violet.
It's going to, obviously, because
now,
plot
if
armor.
it isn't, how interesting.
So sorry, because plot armor.
Yeah.
If it's not, and if it's Mira, I'm going to lose my shit. I don't care. Like, it's
wow. But it also does say the one that wields from the sky is the one that lives.
Yeah.
Like, it says that in the passage. And so.
Period. So it's already like, plot armor, already foretold, probably going to be Violet. But I think that, in that battle, I think Brennan kills Mira. Yeah. Because, if we can infer.
We shall.
Yeah, that if we can infer that, Brennan is a Venom, just stating it, that Brennan is a Venom. Yeah. If we can confirm it and we're all okay being on board with that, like, little...
Because he does say, like, he was someone that helped me through it for the past 5 months or however long he's been a Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Brennan's been
You've watched me intimately struggle. You helped me. You tried to cure me.
And that's not, like, I know it's either Gary
you tried to cure me.
And it's not like...
Garrick.
Thank you. Garrick and
I don't
Bodhi,
think Garrick...
I don't think they tried to heal him. And that's where I think the key word is Brennan tried to heal him. Whereas Garrick and Bodhi, yes, they saw him struggle. They saw him working through it. They saw him doing all these things, trying to protect him. But protecting is different than healing. And I think that it's Brennan that's the brother. Because...
Absolutely.
It can't be Riddick, because he only found out recently. It can't be Sawyer, because he just found out. And so that literally leaves Garrick, Bodhi, and Brennan is the only one that tried to heal him.
Yep. Absolutely. So if we're going from that facts, that's why I'm like, I think Xaden kills Ree, Brennan kills Mira, and then Violet kills both of them.
Yeah.
And then I'm not going to lie, I think that this is why I also think like it's like going to be like a Romeo and Juliet thing, because I think that when Violet kills Xaden, she is going to die.
Yeah.
Like, it's already been like this like thing that has been seen, like, our lives are tethered together. If one dies, the other must die.
And it's also like, I know that it's like a thing that's like a romantic thing to say, but also the amount of times that you're going to be the death of me. You're going to be the death of me. You're like, our lives are tangled together, but you're going to be the death of me. Like, he says it so often.
So many times.
So often. And it's like, it could be dismissed as, oh, like, he just loves her that much. Like, oh my God, you're so annoying. You're going to be the death of me. Like.
No.
But it's also the context of which he says it.
Yep.
I just think it's big
and when he says it and where he says it is huge foreshadowing sometimes. And so it's the, I do think that is going to happen. It is just going to be.
And if she kills him with the daggers he made her, oh my God.
I mean, no,
Full
I'm
circle.
sure that that's what's going to happen.
That's what's going to happen. And I'm excited. I am excited. And I know we've said it before. This is a really fun series to theorize about because she gives us so much information.
And
like,
now,
little tiny tidbits.
This is where we can segue into the chats.
Let's do it.
So Ashley watched the videos and sent them to me, and I watched them before we filmed.
I have not watched the entire thing, so we're just talking about little segments that we have seen. And so we watched just little clips. I'm still trying to find a couple more, so next week we can talk more thoroughly about what questions were there, everything like that. Yeah. So there were some questions, for instance, like, is Violet the Duchess of Tyrandor? Yeah. And she says
the answer was yes.
Yeah, like she
immediately.
Yes.
Thank you. Because literally, I'm sorry. It got me a little upset because people were like, no, like, it's not real. I was like, what do you mean? She is the forefront of this castle, because like the whole book sets it up as, I don't want power. I don't want to be a leader. Okay. Fantastic. I'm so glad that we set up that storyline for you to do that.
Yeah.
Why was that so hard? It's okay.
Yeah. And now, like, the next book, we're going to be seeing her struggle as in power.
For sure,
but
yeah.
I do think, like, I think that it's going to be people behind the scenes, like Imogen, Bodhi, and, like, stuff like that helping
absolutely.
her. Because that's hard. I mean, running by yourself, not knowing what the fuck you're doing, that's hard.
For sure. Absolutely. You know, and, like, there was, like, that question of, like, oh, did Xaden have a plan or intent to propose to Violet before Onyx or during Onyx? And Rebecca Yarros says, like, well, all of Onyx was the proposal.
Yeah, she's like, it was the whole, like, that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
What did you
Which
think
I'm
about
very
that?
interested to reread, because
I am. I know this interview really made me interested in rereading it, because, and everyone,
I have feelings about that book.
It is
the
never-ending story.
Large feeling. The never-ending camping trip, for sure. It was my least favorite out of all three.
Yeah.
I also just kind of thought it was like very try not to be like blunt about it, in terms of, like, you know, I gotta save some of my opinions, I guess, but like I just thought that it was like the weakest out of the three, and it was really interesting for her to say that was the proposal, because I was like, I didn't get that.
No,
I didn't get it at all. And so I'd be interested to reread that to see, like, maybe that information could change my mind or the way that I felt about the book, but I don't think that it's going to. But I love to see it now with that information going in, you know, the next time we read it.
I'm hoping that, because I know that there's some books where, like, you read it the first time and you're like, it was okay, like, I guess it was fine, but then, like, you reread it and you're like, oh, that makes so much more sense. Like, I understand, and it does elevate the book. Like, there's some books that rereads are very important, and I feel like this series is specific. I feel like actually rereading it, as much as I'm tired of rereads, it's been really interesting, because there's so much little details that I'm like, wow,
there's
like,
so
I
many
really
little
did not
details,
pick up on any of this.
You know, and maybe it will feel more like a proposal when we, you know, read it. But also, like, you know, she did say, like, oh, like, Onyx Storm is like a happy book, because, like, you're seeing them make alliances, you're seeing them build a world outside of, you know, their bubble, like, you're seeing them make ties, connections, and they're able to protect people now, where before they weren't. They were really helpless. And I'm like, you know what, yeah, you're right, they did do that. Also, like, speaking of, like, Onyx Storm and, like, spoilers and stuff like that, in these chapters when Xaden mentions, oh, like, it's like an arranged marriage, I think that it was his mom that arranged the marriage and not his dad, because, like, that's, like, the whole shtick of the island of, like, oh, I married these women off to make better alliances and blah blah blah. So I think that it was, like, one of her, like, last things that she probably did before she, like, booted out.
Yeah.
And
also,
because also mentioned...
like, go ahead.
She didn't love him.
No.
Like his dad. Not Xaden. No. Like, she loves Xaden.
Oh, no, I know.
Like, didn't love her dad at all.
No.
So
it was an arranged marriage. In her head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, you know.
Yeah. And so... and then she also mentions in the interview that Xaden is going to be in his villain era. And so if you don't want a sad book, just don't read book 4. Wait till book 5. And I'm so ready for it, though. Ugh.
I mean, but, like, here's the thing, is, like, we even saw it, like, from the venom that popped out. He was like, the sages can't wait to collect you because they also get your dragons. Which is why...
He stole 6 eggs. Because 6 eggs
I don't know. Once again, we don't know where Andarna's at.
No. And we also don't know where those 6 eggs are.
Yep.
Maybe
and
Andarna
so it's like
took them.
I mean, wouldn't it be interesting to see dragons be raised in wouldn't it be interesting to see the other types of dragons be raised as Irids in a pacifistic way, but still hold other values? Because, for instance, we see Andarna's internal struggle of, I thought we were fighting for a reason, but maybe we're not. But I have this entire power. If I just disconnect for a second and think of it from a pacifist point of view, I could connect to this power and then make it even more to gain peace. So, wouldn't it be interesting to see the dragons have a different perspective on life, very similar to Andarna? Also, what if the Empyrean made a deal with the Irids through Andarna? Because now Andarna is like the Empyrean's like ambassador to the Irids. So what if that was like the trade-off? No, you give us 6 of these eggs and we'll let you keep Andarna. Yeah. We'll let Andarna go and be free and do whatever the fuck she feels like, even though we don't think that she aligns with our views.
Yeah. And that's also
would be interesting to see, because like, here's the thing, is like, you know, we're talking about a lot of like political deals happening within the humans, but you know, why would there not be political standpoints and political views happening within dragons, and even dragons between griffins?
Yeah. And I also know that in the interview with Rebecca Yarros, she also mentioned, she's like, I think you guys need to pay attention to why there's so few black dragons. And I went, Ooh. I was like, how interesting. Like, what, there's 2?
Yep.
I'd say because there's the Empyrean and there's Terran. And then there is the egg, but not born yet, so that doesn't count. There's 2.
Yeah.
So, like, why is there so few black dragons? I think that was a very interesting point to point out.
Well, no, I mean, it's very obvious in terms of like, hey, if you guys like think about like how many dragons appear, what are their colors, and how often do they appear? You know? Yeah. Why would that be important to the storyline?
And I'm hoping that in the next book we get a lot more of the dragon, because we don't know that much.
I mean, she does say that, like, we will, like, get to, like, you know, book 4 will clear up. She does say it that, you know, we will get to know what happens in those 12 hours.
Yes. And I also loved how she was like, I can't, because they asked her, like, oh, is there a scene you're excited to write for us to read? And she's like, oh, how do I say this without, like, spoiling stuff, you know? And she's like, I can't wait for you guys to realize why Xaden did the marriage. And I'm like, oof.
I mean,
how interesting. She's like, obviously, she's like, obviously he loves her, but there's, like, a reason. And she's like, I can't wait for you guys to realize what the reason was. And I'm like, like, because it's, obviously it feels like it's just to protect Tyrandor. But I wonder if there's something a little deeper.
That's so interesting, because he openly said that he would never use her to protect Tyrandor. So that's why when everybody was like, oh, it's for Tyrandor, I'm like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And as toxic as this man is, I'm not gonna lie, and as toxic as this man is and as their relationship is, I don't think that he would throw her in front of that just for a land that he could give 2 shits about. Here's the thing is, he is obviously very protective of Erasia and of Tyrandor, because that is his birthright. That is like the land he was like raised on. But he has said it so many times now that a place is just a place, but you are my home. Yeah. Nothing feels like home. Like when you're not here in Erasia, it doesn't feel like home.
Yeah, and he also does say, like, I would burn this place to the ground to protect you.
Absolutely. So, no.
And so I wonder what that reason is. Like, what was his thought process? I'm excited to see what the 12 hours was.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see it. I think that it'll be a lot of fun. Also, another thing that a lot of people did mention, and they did ask, because I know that there's this really big fan theory. Ashley has told me about the fan theory quite often.
Oh, yeah.
And every single time I disagree because
I disagree with
I
it, too.
can't.
I do.
That, you know, Imogen throughout Onyx Storm was constantly wiping Violet's memory. And all she had, like, she didn't confirm or deny it. She didn't say yes or no. She just said, if you think about Imogen's character, do you think she would do that?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is fucking no.
What do you think? No. She was like,
no, absolutely not.
What? She's like, what do you guys think? Like, that is up to you and her. Like, what do you think her morals are? And what do you think of Imogen as a character? I think the only reason she would do it is if Violet specifically asked her to do it.
Absolutely,
I don't think she would do it without permission.
Absolutely. Yeah, no. I don't think that she would, and I think that also, like, by the time Onyx Storm happens, they are very close.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think that they have a level of friendship where, like, they wouldn't do that. Like, Imogen
and also,
wouldn't
I don't
do
think
that
she would do that
Violet.
anyway. Even if it wasn't a friendship, because just that's not Imogen's character to me.
Nope, not at all. So the answer is no.
I also know that there was a question that was a funny question, and they were like, "Oh, like, how do they go to the bathroom when they're flying on long flights?"
That was a question?
Yeah, it was a question, and she was like, you know, even Rebecca Yarros was like, "That's what you guys stay up at night thinking about." Like, how odd.
Literally, I was like, really? That was the question? That was the $100 question that, like, you paid so much money to go see Rebecca Yarros at Disney, and that was the question that you waited in line for like 2 hours to ask? That's crazy.
Wild, right? And
Wild.
So she, she was like, fine, like, I guess I'll write something in the book. That's strange, you guys. Like, okay. She's like, I'll put it on my list, I guess.
I guess, yeah, that's weird. Any other spoilers that you wanted to talk about from the interview? I feel like those were like the main three.
Those are the big ones. Those are the three that I saw. If I see any more, we can talk about it next week. But I think that was it from the interview. And I guess, like, that would be it.
Yeah. So
for this section?
Yeah, that's going to be it for our spoiler section. Thank you guys so much for coming and listening, and make sure you like, follow, subscribe, download, share with your friends and family.
All of the buttons.
Welcome them to
we
the
really
void. Hit all of the buttons. We love you.
Welcome
we
to the void.
You.
We love you in our little book club.
And the last thing we have to say to you is, what did the void say to you?